Hey folks, welcome back to Man Cave, Land of Knots. So I got some good feedback on the last video I did in terms of knots. I figured I'd do another one. I'm going to make this one shorter. I'm just going to go over two knots really quick. One is called the Midshipmen's Hitch, also called the Taut Line Hitch, and the other one is called a sheet bend, and that's a really good knot, or bend technically, it's not a knot, for attaching two ropes end to end of very different thicknesses, diameters. So first, the Midshipmen's Hitch. It's a good knot to know. It'll give you a loop in the end of a line, and it won't slip, unlike say like a bowline. Take your line, got your end in this hand, standing line in this hand, and all you do is you just come over like that. So you made a loop, and feed that the working end back through. So all you've done now is you've just taken a wrap around your line, like so. Then you're going to come back under the standing end, like so, back under the loop, like so, up and around. So now you'll have two wraps on the line, like so. And it's important to keep the wraps ordered. Okay, so first wrap, second wrap, just like that. And then you just take your working end, you come back under your standing line, and this little loop that you formed right here, you're going to take this over the standing line and back through that little loop. And that's it. Tighten her up. Now you've got a loop on the end of your line. It's not going to slip. It's not too hard to untie once it's been under tension or I guess under load for a while. So voila, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It's a good knot to know. Like I said, I just wail on this thing here. Not the strongest cat in the world, but okay, so I put it under as much load as I could just with my arms, and then see, just back that out and she comes right out. Nice and easy. So again, you got standing line, your working end. Take a wrap, come under the standing end, under the loop, over the standing end, take your second wrap. Keep those wraps ordered under the standing end, and I made my loop smaller this time, but you can still see it hopefully. Around, over the standing end, back to that second little loop that you made, and just ferret up. Regular piece of rope, piece of paracord. How you make them go together, it's kind of tricky. So if you think about it, the different sizes mean that they're going to want to tend to slip regardless of whatever knot you use. That's why we have the sheet bend. It's really handy. If you need to extend, a larger piece of rope and all you got a little piece of, paracord, that'll pretty much do it for you. So what you do, you start with your larger line, and you just take a bight in it. That's just doing this, doubling it over part way. Okay? You take your smaller line, you come up through the bight, over the back side of the bight here, under the bight, a little more slack, just like so. And you take this end, and it goes back under here. So the working end right here, or the tag end, goes between your thin line, get that closer, goes between your thin line and your thick line on the back side of the loop here. And you just bring them together, and voila, I give you the Ancient Mariner's sheet bend. Now, for a quick and dirty, that's all you need. Do it one more time. So, take a bight in the larger line, okay, the larger line now, mind you, up to the bottom of the bight, okay, come back under the bight, just like so, and then you'll take the tag end of your thinner line, and it's going to go between the thick line and the thin line, just like so. Hey, it's not my fault. It's late, I'm tired. Whoops, slid her down. And there you go. And the reason this works is because it can strangulate the very end here. Keep in mind that if this knot, if this works back and forth, goes underload, offload, underload, offload, it will slip. This end will eventually slip out of there, that sort, and you don't have a long enough piece of this, and you don't have a long enough piece of this. You make a long enough piece of the two of them with the sheet bend. Hey, thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe if you happen to just wander across this. I hope it was handy for some folks. Again, if there's a particular knot or bend or a splice, I can do some splices. I can't do them all yet. Please let me know. I'll be happy to, if I know it, I can crank out the video really quick. If I don't know it, I'll be more than happy to actually go and learn it, time permitting. Because I'm not an expert. I've been using knots, and I never was a Boy Scout either, by the way. I just been using knots mostly on boats for a good chunk of my life, and then just for general exploration purposes, camping, fishing, whatever, climbing. So anyway, thanks for watching.